What happens when your body becomes your biggest obstacle and your best friend becomes your only lifeline? For Jasmine Jaz Wallace and Nesha Harris, life has never moved at an easy pace. With nearly 1,000 pounds between them and a history of self-sabotage, shattered confidence, and near-death warnings from doctors, the odds were never in their favor. But instead of giving in to despair, these two powerhouse women did something extraordinary. They dared to try again. In TLC's gripping new reality series, 1,000-Pound Roomies, the spotlight shines on the raw, unfiltered, and often hilarious friendship between two women who've lived every day in survival mode, until now. Jaz is a single mom with a daughter depending on her. Nesha is taking on the challenge with no surgery, just heart and hustle. And together, they're making the baby steps that could mean the difference between life and death. This isn't just a weight loss story. It's a story about reclaiming life, rewriting destiny, and doing it all with laughter, tears, and maybe a few tacos along the way. So buckle up, because Jaz and Nesha aren't just taking the scale by storm, they're taking the world with them. Let's dive in. At first glance, Jaz and Nesha are just two best friends navigating life in Riverside, California, with contagious energy and sharp humor. But beneath the surface lies a story many people carry, but few talk about openly: the silent war with obesity, the pain of broken promises to themselves, and the haunting fear of what happens if they don't change now. Jaz, 41, has tried it all. Fad diets, pills, water aerobics, fasting. She loses 20 pounds only to gain back 40. Her highest weight? A staggering 670 pounds. And the worst part? She didn't take any of the warnings seriously. Not the doctors, not the blood work, not even the breathlessness or pain. Deep down, she believed it wouldn't work anyway. So why bother? I would honestly self-sabotage. Like, it's not going to work, so why try? Meanwhile, her roommate and best friend, Nesha, 37, had her own script of denial. Growing up as the chunky girl, she didn't see a real problem. People told her she was pretty. Her mother, who tried every diet imaginable, never succeeded long-term. To Nesha, diets were scams, like get-rich-quick schemes, so she never gave one a real chance. She just kept living, until living became harder than she ever imagined. The turning point? A health scare that landed Jaz in the hospital. Her body screamed what her doctors had said for years: change or die. But this time, it wasn't just a number on a chart. It was the thought of her 10-year-old daughter, Nana, going up without her. That fear sparked a fire Jaz had never felt before. I want to take her to Disney World. That's my ultimate goal. To be able to walk around, ride the rides with her. And so the journey began. Jaz committed to losing 200 pounds and qualifying for bariatric surgery. But she didn't have to do it alone, because Nesha, despite her fear of surgery, decided to join her. She would take the natural route, changing habits, battling sugar, soda, and fried foods one baby step at a time. Their new reality: portion control, water over soda, daily movement, and mental healing that fuels the physical. Are they perfect? Not even close. Jaz laughs, admitting they still fall for the occasional taco binge. We used to eat 4 tacos. Now we eat 2. We're learning how to really cut back. And the secret weapon? Their friendship. We just try to push each other and motivate each other, but we don't overpower each other. Through setbacks and small wins, hospital visits and dance breaks, Jaz and Nesha are proving something powerful. When the journey gets hard, love, real ride-or-die friendship can carry you through. Their story is now the centerpiece of 1,000-Pound Roomies, a bold new TLC series airing Tuesdays at 10 p.m. East. It's not just about pounds lost. It's about dignity reclaimed. The series promises tears, laughter, vulnerable truths, and even near-death chaos, like the time Nesha, trying to be helpful, almost launched Jaz from a wheelchair. "She tried to kill me," Jaz says with a deadpan look. I had a false sense of competence. It didn't work out. But behind the humor is heart. Viewers will see the real pain, the immobility, the mental battles, the shame, and also the light, the daily victories, the genuine resilience, the sisterhood. And for Jaz, who underwent weight loss surgery, progress is finally visible. It's a lot, she says. A lot of emotion, a lot of happiness. I'm still dealing with mobility issues, but it's getting better. Nesha, meanwhile, is holding her own, bravely facing change without the surgical route. She's admitted, I'm terrified of surgery, so I'm doing it the natural way. And it's not just about the body, it's about shifting your mind. That mental shift is what they hope fans take from their journey. They're not just trying to survive anymore, they're learning to thrive. And sharing this on such a big stage, that's not easy. It's accountability with a hint of pressure, Nesha explains. But I feel like our story can help someone. I'll get to be a face that says you're not alone, and I don't want to let anyone down. They're also proud to represent Black women in a space that too often ignores their stories. TLC's giving us that chance, Jaz says. We get to show how strong we are. And people are shocked and excited to see two Black women with a show like this. They're like, wait, y'all got chocolate in the sea? What makes this series different isn't just the numbers on the scale. It's the people behind them. Jaz and Nesha aren't caricatures. They're not punchlines. They are mothers, daughters, friends, warriors who are finally choosing themselves. And every sweat-drenched workout, every late-night taco craving resisted, every painful truth confronted on national TV, they're stepping into a new identity, not just as weight loss hopefuls, but as examples of what real transformation looks like. Messy, slow, emotional, but possible. Because in the end, Jaz and Nesha's story isn't just theirs. It's for every person who's been told they're too far gone. It's for every daughter watching their mom try again. It's for every best friend still holding on. The road ahead is long, but these roomies, they're ready. Together, forever. One baby step at a time. They know this journey won't be linear. They know the spotlight from TLC's cameras won't magically fix years of emotional eating, ingrained habits, or health issues. But Jaz and Nesha are choosing to move forward anyway, with vulnerability, laughter, and a level of honesty that few reality shows dare to reach. And let's be clear, the weight loss is just one layer of this story. Jaz, for instance, is also navigating life as a single mother raising a child with autism. Her daughter Nana isn't just her motivation, she's her reason for fighting. No one will love your child like you, Jaz says, tears forming in her eyes. If I'm not here, who's going to take care of her? Who's going to take her to the places I promised? Who's going to understand her the way I do? This isn't just about looking better or fitting into old jeans. It's about being present for the moments that matter. Family vacations, birthdays, bedtime hugs. It's about living long enough to see Nana thrive. And that vision, more than anything else, keeps Jaz going. Nesha's battle, though different, is equally profound. For her, it's about breaking the generational cycle she saw growing up. Her mother tried every diet in the book, only to fall back into old routines. Nesha absorbed that, internalized it. But now she's choosing differently. No surgery, no shortcuts, just real, sustainable change. She's showing that mental health matters just as much as the number on the scale. That's why she focuses on self-awareness, on the power of saying no to old triggers and yes to healing. One soda, one deep breath, one intentional decision at a time. And when they slip, they forgive each other and they try again. We're not perfect, Nesha says, but we're learning to love ourselves through the process. That process includes tacos. Yes, tacos. And yes, guacamole. And chips. And sour cream. But whereas before they dive headfirst into 5 or 6 tacos apiece, now they stop at 2. They savor. They compromise. They laugh about it. They even joke that if the show had a mascot, it would probably be a tortilla. It's that relatability, the realness, the rawness, the imperfection that's drawing fans in. Jaz and Nesha aren't trying to be Instagram perfect. They're not selling detox teas or miracle workouts. They're living their truth out loud. And in doing so, they're giving viewers permission to do the same. Their show, 1,000-Pound Roomies, isn't just a look into their weight loss journey. It's a mirror reflecting back our own challenges, shame, and resilience. It's the sound of two women cheering each other on when the world expects them to fail. When asked about the impact of the show, Nesha says something simple but powerful. "I just want people to know they're not alone." That message is already resonating. Fans are reaching out. People who've struggled for years with their health are finally saying, if they can do it, maybe I can too. And that, more